Yes, congratulations, Ahmad. You have the match ball. 3 goals and 3 points. What happened in that last 10 minutes?
Yeah. But you have to believe it. We believe until at the end. We are very happy to win this game because we were draw against Arsenal, Liverpool and Arsenal, so the confidence was there. And today we are very happy to win this game.
It's your first senior hat-trick. You signed a new contract. Is this one of the best weeks of your life?
Yeah, maybe one of the best weeks in my life. But like I say now, I'm very happy for this win because this team deserves to win this game. So I'm very happy.
You spoke there about having belief. Why do you feel it took until the last 10 minutes, until the equaliser, before the team were able to pick up the pace?
Yeah. We know we have a quality player in this team. We need some time to be more hungry in the final third. And today we show at the end we were the best team in the pitch. And I'm so happy for the win today because this team deserves it.
You were a real bright spark throughout the match personally. Do you feel a responsibility to play that position, to take that responsibility in this team?
Yeah, I'm ready to play every position. I'm ready to play right wing back, number 10, where the manager like to put me. I'm ready to fight for this club. So it never matter to play where I am. I'm so happy to play where the manager wants me to play. So I'm so happy to score a hat-trick. And the most important thing is the win for the club.
Well, congratulations. You are the player of the match. Here's your award. Thank you. Thanks.
I think they did a very good job. Southampton creating space between the lines. And then the number 20 with a lot of space behind. We had some difficulties to stop that player. But then when they lose the physicality in the end of the game, in the last 30 minutes, we find the space to use. And then we could change the game. But the feeling is that we have so much to do. I felt the team really tired because Liverpool, Arsenal, 120 minutes. And then it's not just tired, the physical part of the player, it's the mental part of the player. So was a win, was good, let's continue.
And Ahmad, the talisman again for you, delivering at the end. Just how key was it to get him in those areas where he can do that sort of damage for you?
Even in the first half, every time Ahmad has the ball, he can push the ball. Sometimes he cannot, he doesn't take one player, but he pushes the other team to the final third inside the box. And that type of players is really important. Like I said, we didn't do a very good game, but in this moment, winning is the most important thing.
I was going to say, Ruben, I felt after the Liverpool game where I think the performance was really good. I sensed after the game a bit of a frustration from you, from where's that been, where's that mentality been? That carried on to last week against Arsenal. I think you've been probably looking for a bit more of that mentality, that strength, that almost, what's the word? Enthusiasm for the game tonight, which wasn't quite there again for 70-75 minutes. And what do you put that down to? Tiredness playing there?
It's not just tired, but playing in this stadium. We lost the last 3 games here, and the pressure is different because we try to press the opponent in build-up. And you can feel it, the difficulties. And then Mateus between the lines and dribbling between the lines with creates a lot of problems. And we have difficulties to press high in the moment. Yeah. This team is not used to do that. And then it seems like lack of enthusiasm. So Ugarte is late, Kobe Mainu is late, Bruno going outside, the ball is inside. And then one transition and Lenny Yoro cannot catch the guy. These small things push the team behind, and then we get nervous without ball. But then when you have one click, one goal, one opportunity, you feel like the team can control better the game. Yeah. So I want to be fair with my players. Today was not a lack of enthusiasm, was a lack of speed, and sometimes lack of control of the game.
I was going to say, yeah, a lot's been made of your philosophy and the 3-4-1-2 system. Players suited to that? And if you haven't, how long do you think it could take to get to that level
First of all, it's hard. Of course, they are not used to play like that, because you have to cover a lot of space. You have to jump. We have to change which player is jumping on the press, and then with the ball today, we saw that we have some patterns when the ball is in the sides of the pitch, but then we lose the duels. It's hard to explain now. We don't have the training, so I cannot tell you that they can do it or not. Yeah. But it's a different system. It's so completely different what they are used to do it. So I don't know how long it's going to take. But the profiles sometimes you can understand is not the right ones. But we have to improve players, and we know the situation of the club. You have to continue.
Bruno, you mentioned there obviously the problems, but what did you say to him to solve it then at half time? Because you looked frustrated, the ground was frustrated, and they weren't doing what you wanted to do. So what was you telling them then at half time?
The first thing is more to close the middle and to push the ball outside, because we had a lot of problems the ball between the lines. And then I told them to in the game of duels we have to keep the ball, and sometimes you see it, the ball in the Ahmad or Nus, ball inside, and Rasmus wants to turn the ball. We have to keep the ball, because just one connection change side of the game, and the field is open. And then I told them that in this kind of teams that they were pressing man to man, the simple things of good pass and movement, good reception is the key to the simple things. Is the key to get the chances. I think they improve in the second half.
Ruben, we have to let you go, but thanks so much for coming out to join us.
Good luck. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. He stressed there it wasn't a lack of enthusiasm from his players at the start. Do you feel that sort of recent record here at Old Trafford has been weighing heavily on them?
Well, that's what he said. That's what he seemed to think. And yeah, look, you can understand that. Of course you can, but you always have to remember you're playing against the bottom of the table. This should be a chance for the players rubbing their hands, thinking, right, Rasmus on, this is where I'm going to get my goals. This is where we're going to come out, win 3-4, 5-0.
Sort of imagination to score goals.
You know, you sensed when the equaliser was scored, Danny, you heard them say it on site, you sensed a change of mood. Yeah. You could see the enthusiasm as he ran around celebrating that goal. I mean, the night just got so much better for him. But what did this prove for United, do you think?
There is a long way to go. I think when you look at Ahmed, it's 5 goals, 4 assists in 10 games in the Premier League under Amorim. And that's the type of play that he wants. Energy, desire, commitment, you know, never knowing when you're beaten. And he has been incredible. Now, the problem that you have, there's a lot of pressure on Ahmed now. And we've seen throughout the years with Manchester United, they're known for bringing younger players through, especially when they had that successful era. But there were senior players in the team then that could look after their own game as well as looking after the younger players. Whereas now, sort of, it's the younger players that are sort of driving the game. OK, Mainu was taken off at half-time. We've seen Garnacho fleeting in and out. But Ahmed's he's been absolutely sensational. And if anything, he's probably leading the way for a lot of the senior players.
How much does this maybe change the course of his career or his position, his role in the team at United, what he just did today?
He just continues to grow. Believe, I think, I see him as one of those players at the moment that is having moments in games where the timing of the run's right, the finishing's right. It's one of those moments that you've just got to embrace and keep on going. At some point, he'll have a dip because of his age and his inexperience, and that's the way it is. But I mean, you've just got to ride that wave at the moment. I think what we need to point out here, and Danny makes a really good point, is that a lot of Manchester United fans will come away from this game very pleased with the result and think, oh, we're back and that's great. There's a lot of cracks being papered over there. That was a poor performance from Manchester United.
Well, these goals only began in the 82nd minute, Danny, so it was definitely a different story for the first half of this game.
It was, and I think, you know, yes, Manchester United have gone on to win the game 3-1, but it was always going to be, when Southampton took the lead, if Manchester United could get the next goal and there's 15, 20 minutes left, they'd probably go on to win the game because they're bottom of the league, Southampton, so their confidence is really low. We spoke about the Brentford game. They lose that game 5-0. It's 1-0 after 60 minutes. So, you know, it's positive as in terms of Ahmed, what he's doing. And let's not forget that he played right wing-back this evening as well. And to get a hat-trick is incredible. There's a lot of work to be done. And what I would say, yes, Manchester United won the game, but Amorim, once again, he will have learned more from this game as well, more so than the Liverpool game, the Manchester City game and the Arsenal game.
And that's what he said beforehand. He expected to learn more from this game just because of the expectation, perhaps, that came with facing...
What a half-time scoreline from Old Trafford, bottom of the table. Southampton, who've got 6 points to their name before today and 1 win from 20, are leading Ruben Amorim's Manchester United. They've had better chances. They've maybe created not as many shots, but 5 of their 8 have been on target, and the expected goals reflected in the scoreline. Do the visitors, Rachel, look to you like a team that's 20th in the league right now?
Well, they certainly don't. I think they've had a really good 45. They probably should have more returns from those opportunities that I think we will get into. But they've been very effective, and from a Man United perspective, I think it's probably surprising to see them so under pressure, so unable to keep the ball, really ineffective in terms of actually breaking through that Southampton team that so many other teams have seemed to have found much easier.
And it's a set-piece goal, not long before half-time, that separates the sides.
Well, you have to say the goal was coming. I mean, they were putting Manchester United under pressure. And again, set pieces, defensively, set pieces, corners. Martinez there. And you just got to... Set piece is all about defensive and offensive. You got to attack the ball. Dibblin gets a little flick. Ugarte turns his back on it, and it's in the back of the net. But that goal was coming. You know, forget the set piece issue. That is a big issue. Joint most goals conceded with Wolves. But even from open play, I mean, this is a team that's 20th. Got 6 points. There's a graphic there in terms of the goals conceded from corners. Yeah. That's been an issue all season. But actually, from open play, the last place team, they were popping it about like they were a team fighting for Europe, and that's the biggest worry.
By the way, that is Southampton's first Premier League goal from a corner this season. And they could have had more. What about that double save from Andre Onana?
Yeah, I think, firstly, you have to give Dibblin credit, because this ball in here, to just 2 touches, just get round Martinez, and then he gets away, you see his pace, and he takes a little touch inside and quickly gets his shot off, great effort. And then the double save, I mean, the first save I think is excellent. The second save hits him, he makes himself big, that's all he can do. Really, that should be a goal. But Dibblin here, just the quick chop inside of the left and get the shot off quickly, low, great save. And you just see there...
That turn's amazing, isn't it? I mean,
yeah,
he leaves Martinez
so difficult.
There. Watch this. The leak slides out of picture. See you later. Too slow. If it wasn't for Onana, this would be 2 or 3. I mean, he's made so many big saves. I mean, this one he's got to score. I mean, Chess so much composure there and just hits it straight at Onana. What a save from Onana. He can't believe it, Onana. He probably thought he was going to have the easy day at the office. He's been busier than ever. I mean, look at this for Suleiman at Euro. You'd expect him 1v1, you've got to win that. Megs him. And Onana gets down and makes another good save. I mean, look how many bodies Southampton have forward. They don't look like a team that's 20th. You know, they're going for it. And to be fair, Man United need to react quickly, because that first half, OK, they had 1 or 2 half chance. Look at that turn from Suleiman, my word. I mean, he's literally left Europe for dead there. And to be fair, if anything, I think he probably makes the wrong decision. Could maybe, you know, Martinez almost has a little nibble on him there, but...
I think he has to go down there. I know that's not what you encourage, but when you get contact inside the box, your touch is going away from goal. It's going to take a great effort to score from there. I think that's a big opportunity as well. And this one here, just...
I mean, this actually, from this angle, it looks like a particularly good save.
Yeah, and it's just a snapshot.
Juric can't believe it. Do you know what I mean? He thinks they should be up, you know, probably 2 or 3. Best player on the pitch is an 18-year-old kid, Tyler Dibblin from Southampton. I mean, it's been a tricky season for Man United. It's been tricky watching them and covering them, but they're better than that. Come on, they got to do more.
What about the chances that they have had? I mean, Garnacho's been, I suppose, guilty again of their best opportunity.
We highlighted before the game, Bruno. You know, he's going to be the guy that's creating plays. Højlund in behind. Højlund does everything perfect. He's just got to score, Rachel, hasn't
he? Yeah, he should do better. And
look at Højlund's
you can understand his frustration, but I don't think that's the sort of thing that is great to see. You know, if you're a fan watching that, you don't want to see players getting on each other's back. And that's a lovely ball from Fernandes. Just that little slip to Menu. Great run, great timing. Just not the right desire to find someone on the end of it.
Where is the commitment? Where's that desire that we saw in the last couple of games we were talking about earlier?
It's probably easier playing against the bigger teams, you know, because you can kind of play on the counter-attack. They don't look like scoring. Goal scoring's been an issue for Man United all season, but the problem is actually today they're too easy to play against. Southampton are just playing right through them in midfield, so I wouldn't be surprised to see adjustments from Amorim.
Yeah, OK, well, we'll find out very shortly. Incredible second half on the way to come then from...
Paul Scholes, Karen Carney watching along with me. Lots of head shaking from Scholesy during that. And Amorim said he was going to learn more, Paul, about his players tonight than he did in the last 2 games. What's he learnt?
I'm not sure how much he has learned. I think it's been a really flat performance, really lacking energy. You're trying to look and think, right, where's the quality coming from? Where can your midfield players control their game? Where can your wide player go past and create? And unfortunately, it's been Southampton who've been the better team. I think they've been really good, really enjoyed watching them, and they really should be 2 or 3-0 up.
And for the 10th time this season, Karen, they've conceded from a corner, and you can't say it wasn't coming.
No, as Paul said, they've been the better team, and this is Southampton's first goal from a corner as well. And the key with set pieces, first contact, and Dibbling gets onto the first contact, and then it flicks off Agate and goes in. Maybe the goalkeeper could do better, but it is a deflection. But the first thing is first contact. Bizarre thing is, Man United were practicing these set pieces in the warm-up, and yet you're not ready for it. You have to be ready, you have to be alert. I wonder if maybe if Harry Maguire was in the team, would he have organised, would he have got onto the first contact more? But look, Southampton been by far the better team.
Yeah, scoring from a corner for the first time this season. You said they could have had 2 or 3 more, Paul. And Onana's been busy.
He has, yeah, he's made a couple of good saves. I actually think he could have saved that one. His hand's a little bit weak. I know it's quite close towards him. It is a bit of a reaction, but I still think he could save it. I think Sulemana down this side has given Euro a real torrid time, and that was really on in the game. So the warning signs there. I think Aribo in midfield has been really good as well. Into Fernandez again. More work to do for Onana. That's quite simple, but the threats have always been there. I think Dibbling's been brilliant. Really good young player. He really excites people, as you say, taking the ball in there. He's going around Martinez as if he's not there. Then inside Delict, and he really should score. I think he'd be disappointed with that. But again, Sulemana can give Euro a difficult night.
You know what? There's only been one front three tonight, and it has all been the Southampton. Like you said, Dibbling, Sulemana, and Fernandez has been superb as well. But I do not like Man United in his back five. It's so negative. They retreat back into it, and Southampton just run them and pick them apart.
Yeah, Anthony warming up quite vigorously out there, Paul, as well. Is that the answer for the second half?
We'll soon see. He's not been the answer so far, has he, over the period of time that he's been here. But I think United probably needed to go behind to really give him a lift, and I'm sure they'll be getting a good dressing down in that dressing room now, and hopefully this man can repay some of his transfer fee.